Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostle and others, great millstone, who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of David elect. To come out with a quick lesson on how false prophets are part of prophecy. All right, because you got leaders, so-called leaders amongst Israel that are teaching doctrines that are not according to what was taught, by the elders and whatnot, switching up things, and doing things and such just to gain followers, to gain money, and all those things. All right. So this is Matthew 24 and 11. It says, in fact, let me start at 3 real quick. Let me start at 2. It says, and Yahweh said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be one stone upon another that shall be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us what shall be these things, and what shall be the signs of thy coming in the end of the world. All right, and it goes into different things that you will see in these last days, as far as nations against nations, kingdom against kingdom, pestilence, famines, and all those things. But I want to focus this on right here. When you go down to verse 11, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. And that's what they're doing. They're deceiving many, because the scriptures say how the matter of fact, let me get it real quick. It's second address 15. Yeah, second Esdras 15 and 10 says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. So yeah, a lot of people are led into the slaughter, following false prophets, man. All right, or following idols or anything of such nature, man, that they deem to be worthy of following instead of the true prophets of the Lord, man. All right. So back in Matthew 24 and 11 says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And that's what's going on. They're deceiving many by their wayward doctrines. All right, this is 2 Timothy 3 and 13. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue doubt in the things which thou hast learned, and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And that's the important thing, man. All right, continue what you have learned from when you first woke up to this truth, when you first woke up knowing that you were Israelite. All right, you was first told and learned that the nations will not be saved. All right, Esau, Edom, and the other nations are going into slavery. Only salvation is for Israel. Now we getting closer to the end, and these things are being taught differently now. All right, but the scriptures say, continue what thou hast learned. But also say, evil men shall wax worse and worse, and that's what's happening. All right, deceiving and being deceived by what? The evil spirits, man, that's upon them, because their hearts are not pure. All right, they're not sincere in their hearts, man. They doing it out of the scriptures speak about how men do this thing after 50 lucre's sakes, man, to gain and fill their own pockets, man. All right, to get some type of popularity in this world, or gain materialistic things in this world, man. just deceit by deception, and that's wicked, man. All right, that's really wicked because you're costing a lot of people, their souls. And let me get this in Ezekiel 33. This is Ezekiel 33, and I'm gonna start at 4. It says, "Then whatsoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away his." So like, let me go up. Let me start at the top. It says, "Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchmen," right? Because the Lord set up watchmen, all right, to watch for the nation, all right, the nation of Israel, all right, to warn them of danger to come. It says, "And when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet and warn the people," right? You blow the trumpet. What's blowing the trumpet? Warning the people about the dangers to come. And what's the dangers to come? Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, according to Revelations, the 13th chapter. All right. It says, "Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be on his own head," right? So the people who don't take warning, their blood is on their own head. And taking out warning is taking out warning is following false prophets, man, because you're constantly being warned. These group of guys, rather it's Genesis or IUIC, RSUPK, or even under these other Israelite camps, they're going off, and they're just, waving a hand away, all right? Like it's not serious, but they're not taking warning, all right? Because, IUIC is guilty of saying there wasn't going to be no Jacob's trouble, and then they're not teaching the MOTB, all right? So your blood is going to be on your own head, all right? It says, "But if the watchman see if the sword come and blow the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand," right? Because if the watchman don't warn the people, then guess what? Then the watchman is going to be, the blood is going to be upon the watchman's head, because you knew better. You knew to warn the people, but you chose not to. You chose to do it out of your own filthy lucre sakes, man. All right. It says, so thou, O son of man, I set thee a watchman upon the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word in my mouth and give the warning for me. All right. Yeah. And that's what I say. The Lord set a watchman for the house of Israel to give warning to the Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. It says, "And I say, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked, thou shalt surely die if thou not speak to warn the wicked from his way, and the wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way, to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul," right? So, being a watchman, teaching the correct doctrine in truth and sincerity, the Lord will deliver your soul because you did what you were supposed to do. And that's what a lot of these men are not doing. They're not doing what they was required to do. They're doing it out of their own personal gain and benefits, all right? And it doesn't make sense, all right? So, yeah, that was it. Just, a real quick lesson, Lord, and it was edifying. Once again, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Again, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of David elect. Shalom.